Hello, welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, we will learn to crochet this really cute baby sneakers for the ages of 6 to 12 months. I will have the materials and the exact measurements of this project in the description box, so please check that out first and we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to begin with round 1 of the bottom of the sneaker. Create a slip knot, then chain 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Starting from the second chain from the hook, single crochet one time, then single crochet one time into 6 more chains. In total, there should be 7 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Half double crochet one time into 2 chains. 1, 2, double crochet one time into 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Then double crochet 6 times into the last chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how your first half of the sew should look like so far. We're going to work into the back bump for the opposite side. Double crochet one time into 3 chains into the back bump. 1, 2, 3, 1/2 double crochet one time into 2 chains. 1, 2, then single crochet one time into 7 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At the end of round 1, there should be 30 stitches in total. I'm going to place a stitch marker on the very last stitch. This helps me keep count. To begin round 2, slip stitch to the very first double crochet, then chain 1, double crochet one time into the very same stitch, Then double crochet increase into the next stitch. Double crochet one time into 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Double crochet increase into 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then double crochet one time into 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Double crochet increase into this next stitch, and then double crochet one time into the last stitch. At the end of round 2, there should be a total of 38 stitches. This is how your work should look like so far. For round 3, slip stitch into the very first double crochet, then chain 1, half double crochet into the very same stitch, then half double crochet increase into the next stitch. Half double crochet one time into 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Half double crochet one time and then half double increase into the next 2 stitches. Repeat this set for the total of 5 times. half double crochet one time, half double crochet, increase into the next stitch, then repeat the same thing into the next 2 stitches. Half double crochet one time, half double crochet, increase, half double crochet one time, half double crochet, increase into the next stitch, half double crochet one time, half double crochet, increase into the next stitch, half double crochet one time, half double crochet, increase into the next stitch, then half double crochet one time into 12 stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, half double crochet, increase into the next stitch, and then half double crochet one time into the very last stitch. At the end of round 3, there should be a total of 45 stitches, and this is how your sew should look like so far. Fasten off your work and we'll go ahead and do an invisible join. Insert the yarn needle through both loops like this. Pull the yarn to tighten. Then insert the needle back into between the stitch behind and out through the back stitch like this. By doing the visible join, this has added an additional stitch. In total, you should have 46 stitches at the end. We're going to make another sew the same exact way. You can pause the video here and I'll meet you back here once the second sew is completed. So now I have my 2 sews. Now we're going to place both the sews on the wrong side together, just like this. Slip stitch yarn through 2 stitches parallel to each other, like this. Chain 1. Slip stitch into each stitch all around, just like this. And slip stitch. You can pause the video here and continue to slip stitch into each stitch all around, and I'll meet you back here at the end of the round. I'm now at the end of the round. Before I finish with attaching my work together, I'm going to move these yarn into the front. Now I'm going to finish up with slip stitching through each stitch. Fasten off your work, and we're going to do an invisible join again. Insert the yarn needle through both loops like this. Pull your work, then insert through between the stitch behind, then out through the back stitch like this. Now you should have in total 47 stitches. Take the 2 yarn and tie a double knot to secure your work. I'm going to move the yarn from the inside out to the front like this. Then I'm going to cut off the extra yarns. You can repeat the same method for the back side to secure your work. Now we should have in total 47 stitches. We're going to start with the back heel of the shoe. We're going to be working into the back loop only all around. Right into here, this loop in the back. Insert the hook into the back loop only. And then slip stitch the yarn through. Oop. Then chain 1. Double crochet 1 time into the very same stitch. Then double crochet 1 time into each stitch in the back loop only all around. At the end of this round, there should be 47 stitches in total. You can pause the video here and continue to double crochet into each stitch, and I meet you at the end. I am now at the end of the round. I have a few more stitches to work into. Once you have double crochet into 47 stitches in total, this is how your work should look like so far. Slip stitch into the very first double crochet to join. Right into here. Then fasten off your work and then pull the yarn through. Next, we're going to start working onto the front of the shoe. We're going to work into the back loop only in front of the shoe. Right into here. We're going to start by inserting the hook into a stitch back loop only that's located in the center of the shoe on the right side, like this. Then count 5 stitches across backwards. Find your spot that you find to be closest to the center of the shoe. Then slip stitch yarn through, chain 1, then single crochet into the very same stitch. And then single crochet 1 time into 5 stitches into the back loop only. You should have a total of 6 stitches at the end of row 1. For row 2, don't chain 1 and turn your work. Then work into the very same stitch right here and then single crochet 1 time into each stitch all across. Next, we're going to be working into the side, into the back loop only, right into here, into 2 stitches, right into here, single crochet 1 time into the back loop only, into 2 stitches. One and 2. For row 3, turn your work, skip a stitch, and then single crochet 1 time into each stitch all across. When you have reached the end, single crochet 1 time into 2 stitches into the back loop only onto the side, right into here, 1 and 2. For row 4, turn your work, then skip a stitch, and then single crochet one time into each stitch all across. Single crochet one time into 2 stitches into the back loop only on the side. 1 and 2. Then for row 5, turn your work, skip a stitch, and then single crochet one time into each stitch all across. Single crochet one time into 2 stitches into the back loop only on the side. 1 and 2. And this is how the front of the shoe should look like so far. Continue to repeat the same steps for the continuous row until there's 15 stitches in total at the end of row 11. Pause the video here and I meet you at the end of row 11. And this is how your work should look like so far. After the 11th row is completed, we're going to begin with a decrease on the 12th row. Then turn your work. We're going to skip 2 stitches, this first stitch and the next stitch, and then single crochet into the 3rd stitch, and then single crochet one time into each stitch all across. For row 13, turn your work, then skip 2 stitches, single crochet into the 3rd stitch, then single crochet one time into each stitch all across. For row 14, turn your work, skip 2 stitches, and then single crochet into each stitch starting from the 3rd stitch. For row 15, turn your work, then skip 2 stitches. Into the 3rd stitch, single crochet 1 time into each stitch all across. For row 16, turn your work, then skip 1 stitch and then single crochet 1 time into each stitch. We're only going to skip 1 stitch. At the end of row 16, there should be a remaining of 6 stitches. Then fasten off your work. We're going to start on the border next. Pull the yarn through. Insert the hook through a space on the side right into here. Slip the yarn through like this, then chain 1. Then single crochet 1 time into the same space. Then single crochet 1 time into 4 more spaces along the side. We want to have in total 5 single crochet in total on this side of the shoe. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once you reach the top, single crochet 1 time into 6 stitches across and then weave in the ends as you work along here. Then repeat the same on the opposite side and single crochet 1 time into 5 spaces along the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is how your work should look like so far. We can go ahead and fasten off. Then we're going to secure the yarn on the side. To secure my work, I'm just going to put it through a stitch like this, right here on the side, and then create a knot, just like this, and then pull it through, tighten my work, and then that's it. Now we're going to start working on the side of the shoe into these 5 stitches. We want to work into the front loop only. So go ahead and find your 5 stitches on the side, right here. I'm just going to count my 5 stitches right here, right into the front loop only. We're going to work into here. One, two, three, five. So I'm going to insert my hook right into here. Go ahead and attach the new yarn color. Slip the yarn through, then chain 1, then single crochet into the same stitch, then single crochet into 4 more stitches across, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there should be a total of 5 stitches in the front here. Once we have reached this side right here, we want to work into the back loop only, right here. And then we want to weave in this end as we're working around. So go ahead and single crochet 1 time into the back loop only, all around. You can pause the video here and I'll meet you at the other end. Just make sure to weave in any of the ends, like right here and over here. And then I'll meet you at the end right over here. I am now at the other end. I have a few more stitches to work into the back loop. Then I'm going to go ahead and single crochet 1 time into the front loop only, right over here, in total of 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. At the end of round 1, there should be a total of 33 stitches. You can go ahead and cut off any of the ends, and then we'll go ahead and get started with a decrease. For round 2, chain 2, then turn work. Then skip 2 stitches. We're going to skip this first stitch right here, and the next stitch, and then work into the 3rd stitch. We're going to single crochet 1 time into each stitch all around. You can pause your video here, and I'll meet you at the end of round 2. I'm now at the end of round 2. I'm going to single crochet 1 time into this very last stitch right here. Then for round 3, chain 2, then turn work. Then skip 2 stitches starting from this very first stitch, and then into the next stitch, skip it, and then work into the 3rd stitch. Single crochet 1 time into each stitch all around for round 3. You can pause your video here, and I'll meet you at the end of round 3. I am now at the end of round 3. I'm going to single crochet 1 time into this very last stitch right here. And I'm also going to single crochet into this loophole right here that we made earlier. I'm going to single crochet one time. For round 4, chain 2, then turn work, then skip 2 stitches, then single crochet one time into the 3rd chain, and then single crochet one time into each stitch all around. You can pause your video here and I'll meet you at the end of round 4. I'm now at the end of round 4. I'm going to single crochet into the last stitch right here. And then I'm going to single crochet one time into this loophole right here. And this is how your work should look like so far. We're going to continue for 3 more rounds until we have 7 rounds in total. We want to have 3 loopholes on each side. I'll meet you at the end of round 7. I am now at the end of round 7. I'm going to single crochet into the last few stitches right here. And then I'm going to single crochet into the loophole right here. And then once that's completed, fasten off your work. I'm going to weave in my ends. First, I'm going to secure my yarn right here through the stitch. I'm just going to pull it through and then create a knot right here and then tighten it. Then I'm going to insert the yarn through the back stitch right here all the way through, and that's how I'm going to weave in my ends. I'm just going to cut off the ends right here. And this is how the side of the shoe should look like so far. We're going to go ahead and start with the shoelaces. For the shoelaces, I'm going to be using Crochet Hook 3.5 millimeters and black yarn. I'm going to start by creating a slip knot. I'm going to keep a long tail in the beginning, just like this, and then I'm going to chain 90 chains. You can pause the video here and I'll meet you back at the end. I'm now at the end of the shoelaces. I'm going to fasten off my work, but I'm going to leave the long tail again. To secure my shoelaces, I'm going to tie a knot like this. Just like this, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. I'm just going to tighten it. I'm going to do the same thing on the other end of the shoelaces and tie a knot like this. You can go ahead and cut off just a little bit right here, but enough where you can still keep the knot secured. And same thing for this other end. I'm just going to cut off a little bit of yarn, leaving the knot intact. And And once the shoelaces is completed, place them through the loopholes on the shoe. I'm just going to do a crisscross for the shoelaces. I'm going to put the yarn through like this. And I'm just going to continue to do a crisscross around the shoe. And this is how your first sneaker should look like so far when finished. You can go ahead and do the same thing for the second sneaker. I do hope that you have found this tutorial helpful, and if you did enjoy this video, please click on the like button, share, and subscribe to my channel for more future videos. Bye, until next time.